All right, do you know there's something called tax strategy, which allowed me to reduce my taxable income from around 25% of what I made to about 1%. And I probably could have gotten it lower if I didn't live in California. And I've just heard so many amazing stories of people reducing $1 million tax bills or finding ways to be able to save on taxes. Now, I know Uncle Sam is a partner in a lot of things. A lot of times there are ways, though, that they have actually incentivized people, individual people, to invest in things like real estate and energy and other things that they are not as efficient at so that they can actually get the goals that they want. So again, people call them loopholes, but what I call them is really partnerships. You partner with the government and they allow you to keep a lot more of your money. Sounds like a pretty good deal, right? We're gonna jump into that. Let's go for it. All right, my name is Bronson Hill. I'm the CEO of Bronson Equity. We do multifamily projects like this. We're also doing things like oil and gas and apartment, car washes, ATMs, other sorts of businesses. We're looking at e-commerce businesses now. These are just my opinions. Get your own professional advice. So let's talk for a little bit about how to maximize your returns or maximize your income, really, with tax strategies. A lot of people don't realize that there are tax strategies out there and they're not that complex. It's not just for people that are worth over $100 million. It could be for people that make $100K a year. There are some significant ways that you can do it. Now, the number one way that most people really don't utilize or don't see the benefits of is using a tax advantage account, such as a IRA or a 401K. Now, the challenge with a 401K is if you want to invest in real estate, a lot of places will say you cannot. You can only invest in Wall Street products. I'm a former recovering investment advisor, and that was something I saw, is that people, they would just push so much stuff into stocks and bonds when real assets such as real estate, all these other alternative assets can be much, much better. But there are accounts. If you have a 401K, there's the ability to roll it over into your own self-directed IRA, which allows for some of these alternative assets. So there are ways to do that. There are groups out there. UDirect IRA with Carn Hall is a great one. There's other ones out there that allow you to do it. There are also other tax advantaged accounts, sometimes health savings accounts, other things as well. So if you're not using a tax advantage retirement account, look into it. There's lots of ways you can do it. There are also structures within trusts, if you're super high net worth, that allow you to be able to do more with that as well. The second thing really is real estate tax benefits, or even other, I would say, other alternative investment tax benefits, right? So you can use your mortgage deduction. You can use other things that you buy on your individual house. You can also use depreciation. So depreciation is a magical tool, particularly if you're what's considered a real estate professional status, or REPS. If you search up REPS, IRS, you're going to find all the stuff on ways you can qualify as a real estate professional. Now, once you qualify, you or your spouse, you can use this depreciation. And sometimes there are certain deals that people invest in, either actively or passively, that give so much depreciation that allows people to actually put it against ordinary income in their job, or they can put it against ordinary income in their spouse's job. Now, if you're married to a physician, or if you are a physician, or if you have a high earning spouse, it could be super magical even for yourself. And that's really the tool that I used to reduce my income, taxed from 25% to about 1%. So super, super huge. Totally recommend you look into the real estate and other alternative tax benefits. We talked about oil and gas is another one. And then the third thing is, most people don't think of this, is actually to get a tax strategist. Hire somebody to help you work on your taxes. If you think about how much you paid last year in taxes, if you're paying more than 30 to 50K a year in taxes, it might be worth having a free call with a tax strategist to see if they can help you. And if they can help you, a lot of times they're not that expensive and they will always make it worth it. So you're saving more in taxes than what you're actually paying. And so there's things that they can come up with, strategies they'll have, different leads to different things that they'll create that will allow you to offset gains with losses. They'll create different plans for you to be able to do it. And one magical example of this is, I knew a guy that his wife was a CEO of a large company and she made a lot of money. He was in medical sales, similar to me, and made about 200K a year. And because he'd been doing apartment investing in another state, he was able to reduce his basically his taxable basis, and the tax strategist told him they would actually keep more money by him not working in his job and just simply doing the real estate. Really crazy, right? So maybe this will help you to quit your job. I'm not telling you should, but maybe you could get there. So in conclusion with all this, there are tax strategies that are out there. Make sure you get a retirement account that works for you, that you can invest in alternative assets such as real estate and other things, and consider hiring a tax strategist. You can reach out to our team. We do have tax strategists that we recommend. We'd love to make an introduction there. And Robert Kiyosaki says this: it's not how much money you make, but how much you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. So that's a great quote. And again, if you want to learn how to retire in 3 years with passive income, I did a video, I was actually able to do this. You can check it out up here, this video that I created. And if you haven't checked out my book, Fire Yourself, it's just on the shelf behind me here. We'd love for you to check that out. It's become a #1 Amazon bestseller and super excited. So anyway, looking forward to catching you on the next video. Thanks for taking the time to educate yourself.